Hi there. I play bass in a band with my friend Dominic, and he recently got hold of a very nice Cigar Box lead guitar that his friend in Wales had made him, sent him, and I was really intrigued by it. So, in a fit of enthusiasm, I decided to make my own bass guitar version of a Cigar Box guitar. I had a good look around YouTube and the internet, and there's not a huge amount of video information about bass cigar boxes, cigar box guitars. Loads and loads of stuff, as you know, on normal cigar box guitars, but nothing on basses per se, and not a lot of actual stuff on the market in terms of pre-made kits and anything for cigar box cases. So I've gone ahead and made one, and what follows is effectively a lot of pictures showing me the different stages, showing you the different stages that I went through making it. I haven't done proper video segments because I couldn't be asked, but I hope the actual stills will help you out if you're thinking of doing something similar. And at the end of the stills, I'll give you a little run through of how it sounds, with and without amplification, and obviously any comments asking for tips or advice or questions, I'll gladly answer, and if I possibly can. Okay, here we go with the clips.
With you, and I make you go, lead me by the hand, and I walk alone. Oh, you man, you know I'm here. Everybody knows I'm here. $700. Now don't you mess with me, you know I'm here. Everybody knows I'm here. Don't you mind? Everybody knows I'm here. spread around that Texas sun. I got a shack outside the range, you know what I'm talking about. Just let me know if you wanna go.
Okay, so here we are with a finished article. It's all tuned up and ready to go. And it's quite interesting, the different sounds you get out of it, depending on how you play it. I traditionally play with my fingers. I haven't really got used to picks as yet. And so when I started playing it, I was surprised how soft the tone was, but also how little noise was coming out of it, how low was the volume. So I'll show you what I mean here. So it's a nice sound, but it's almost unamplified and doesn't really project any real noise. As soon as you pick up a pick though, it changes completely. See, I don't know if you can hear that properly, but the change in volume is dramatic. It's a much harder sound, and it's much louder. You can really get some quite decent volume out of it. The sound very much comes out of the sound hole. It's amazing. So I've put quite a big sound hole in here. I thought for a bass guitar I want a big volume one. And it really, you can hear the sound coming straight out of that at you. So it's for bass, I think a really good idea to have one. You could maybe even put two in, and I don't know if that would increase the volume as well, but you could use this definitely in an acoustic environment, and mic it externally if you wanted to. And compare that again to fingers. I'm plucking quite hard there, so there's a big difference there. And then obviously it's got a jack and it's got a piezo disc inside it and a volume control. So I'll plug it in here now, and then you can hear the difference there. So this is it with about 50% volume, and you can hear that it's actually giving quite a nice tone, and sounding like a proper bass guitar. So one of the things I've noticed as well is that the piezo inside it, I've got a piezo disc inside it. I've glued it on with hot melt and I've covered it in hot melt, and it's really, but it is extremely sensitive. If I here at the moment, it's about halfway, and it's not picking up too much noise. I don't know if you can hear this, but there's a bit of a feedbacky noise coming, and that goes away when I turn the volume right up. So I'm turning it right up full now. Then what happens is that everything becomes completely sensitive. It picks up the noise from every single thing that you're doing. I mean, you can play this as a drum, and all the strings and everything you do. The feedback's gone, but it's really, it's scratching and this. And if you use a pick, it's really like quite kind of, it's almost like a kind of rocky feedbacky. It's almost like it's going through the distortion pedal, halfway down, even though it's got a bit of an annoying buzz to it, because it's just, you know, it just don't have that violent sound to it. Been very interesting making it. I've got to say, if you really want to understand how guitars work, there's nothing like making one. This isn't a real guitar. Obviously, I haven't done the body. I've just put it in a box. But I learned an awful lot about. I think I've learned an awful lot about guitars by making this, particularly the whole neck arrangement. What are the problems with it? Getting the action right is tricky, and I've had to take the neck down, the bridge down a hell of a lot. There's a bit of a curve in the neck, not too much of a curve in the neck. I haven't put a truss rod in it, which means I can't really lower the action that much more. Otherwise, I'm going to get fret buzz at the top. Other than that, it's all looking good. If I was to do it again, I probably will make another one. I'm going to definitely, when I glue the fretboard to the neck, I'm going to put little small pins in so that I can line it up prior to putting the glue on, okay, because it slides all over the place. So I'll definitely do that so you can make sure when you're gluing it together, you put it in the right place. I don't know if you can see on this, but this has got an MDF top rather than a plywood top, this guitar, and it's actually got quite a bit of bow on it because of the strings. I noticed this bow was very severe when I had the full bridge. I've taken about at least 6mm off the bridge to get the action better, and when I've lowered it, the tension's obviously much less on the lid, and it's not dishing as much. So next time I'm going to make sure I get a box with a plywood lid, so that it doesn't have that bowing. Alternatively, I could have actually used the back, which is plywood and would have been stronger, but it doesn't look as nice, frankly. So I'm going to look for a cigar box with a plywood top. It's quite head heavy because you've got 3 tuning heads here, and there's no real weight in the block in the body, and it makes it really easy to carry around and really noticeably easy to carry around. But if I look here, the actual balance point is somewhere around the 15th fret, and you really notice that it's kind of tending to hang on the end there. Probably should have only put 2 strings on it, but I thought I might as well make it 3 string. Not much you can really do about that. You can only put some weight in here, in the end of the box here to try and even it up. And the other thing is that because it's a Cigar Box guitar, I've made it with a straight neck, and I found that I'm actually struggling because I pluck with my fingers to get my fingers between the two, between these strings here. At the top here, absolutely fine. I'm quite happy with it down here. But down here, my right hand is used to having strings further apart because obviously on normal guitar they spread. So I think for my next one I will definitely spread them further apart so I can get better access. But on the plus side, it is, you know, teaching me that I have to start to learn to use pick. So it's no bad thing really. Okay, hope that was vaguely useful and interesting. Any questions, just stick them in the comments and I'll answer them straight away. Thanks, bye.